morning, America! Welcome to the stream! Let me turn this down some. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a lovely day today. You read the title, you saw the schedule, you know what we're doing, right? We're playing more Blue Skies. This is gonna be the last day of Blue Skies in this session, this binge session we're doing. So tomorrow there will be new stuff. The schedule actually is already posted. Excuse me. Schedule's actually already posted on the Discord. I should really start posting that schedule on Twitter as well. Actually, no, I don't think I can. It's like way more than 240 characters. Hang on, I will talk about the schedule here as well, real quick. Briefly. So the schedule for this week, tomorrow on Monday, hopefully we'll be finishing Cuphead at 12 p.m. Eastern. All times are in Eastern. Tuesday, if we finish Cuphead, we'll play Ring Fit Adventure. If by some horrible tragedy I don't finish Cuphead tomorrow, we might just play that instead. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be back to Blue Skies again. Wednesday, the Blue Skies stream will be at 12:05 instead of 12 because I have a thing to do, and I just want to give myself a little extra time, just a little buffer to be safe. But all the other streams will be at 12, except for the Saturday stream. Saturday at 2 p.m. March 15th will either be a big Among Us collab, if I can make it happen, or if not, I'm playing Super Bunny Man with Hoodlamut, my buddy. And then Sunday's a free day. That's the schedule. So if you want to look at that, you can join the Discord. But yeah, anyway, enough talking about that. You guys came here for Blue Skies. So while I'm opening the game, let me just quickly recap what happened. Meanwhile, you can stare at this ugly screen. So last time, if I remember correctly, I should remember correctly because I literally Monica's watching you. Oh, that's terrifying. I should remember because I literally just looked at the VOD to do time codes. There was a lot of, I guess you could call it filler. But we had a few moments here and there with Yuri during the stream yesterday. So we went shopping at one point for food stuff, and we opened up a little bit. I'm fairly confident that Yuri's parents are dead. Like, at this point, I'm like 95% sure. And we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I opened up to Yuri about my parents being divorced. Yuri opened up about her parents, but didn't really say anything about them. I just know from context clues that what it's going to be. Slowly, Yuri's been like warming up to us more and more. She's comfortable around us now. There was a point where I offered to help her carry some books, and then took them from her, and she was like, "I did not want your help. What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm a misogynist." And then I reloaded the timeline and fixed that. That was funny. We know Yuri is very self-conscious. She thinks of herself as a klutz. We learned that yesterday as well. Which is why she's always so elegant. I think because she just really works hard on it and focuses really hard on looking good, I guess, for lack of a better word. And then the last thing was we were looking for inspiration for our Halloween poems. So we went out to the cemetery to find it, and we ended up finding Yuri there with flowers. Well, she didn't have flowers in her hand, but she had a rose petal on her shoe later, which heavily implies that she was bringing flowers to a grave. I'm going to quickly get rid of that. There we go. Brain slowly dying. So yeah, we met up with Yuri at the cemetery. We ended up going for a walk. It rained, so we took shelter in a convenience store. We just, with the purpose of grabbing a drink and then just getting the hell out of there. But by the time we finished purchasing everything, it was still raining, pouring down rain. So we bought an umbrella to share, and we walked Yuri the rest of the way home. And we had a fun conversation during that. But yeah, if you want to actually see that adventure, that VOD's going to be up at 3:30, I believe, on the YouTube channel. So you can go check that out. Anyway, enough about that. You guys came here for this. So anyways, we were out in the rain, and now I'm guessing we're sick. Fun. Also, I noticed during the last VOD that I was being way too anal with the audio, and it was just ended up sounding weird. So I'm gonna just try to like not worry about it too much this time. Okay, here we go. Ugh. I ended up getting home pretty late last night. On top of that, I had to finish some homework before going to bed. So this makes it 2 nights in a row that I didn't get enough sleep. My head feels fuzzy and warm, and I'm having a hard time finding the energy to get up. As I shove my blankets aside, I try to stand up, and I struggle to maintain my balance. Crap, can't do it. I flop back into my bed, sinking down into my comforter. Maybe I'll just rest my eyes for a bit. What is this? My body feels like it's baking in an oven. This pounding in my head, each wave of pain pushes me further into the haze of my fever. Oh, how much time has passed? I struggle to take a deep breath and am pleasantly surprised by the notes of lavender and sweets in the air. Oh, Sayori Sayori. I don't even know who that is. Has Yuri come to take care of us? Lavender. Yuri? Now that I think about it, I hope she didn't catch anything as well. I smile into my pillow as I think about the time we've been spending together. Not even my fever can distract me from the happiness I feel from recalling these memories. This warm and fuzzy feeling inside. It's not the same kind of feeling I get when I think about friends. It's something different. However, I'm suddenly snapped out of my reverie when something cold and damp is placed on my forehead. Turning in bed to face my room, I'm met by the sight of Yuri and Sayori sitting by my bedside. Yuri's red-faced, whispering to Sayori as Sayori writes on a piece of paper. I'm surprised. I would explain how she got in the house. Sefchi, you're finally awake! I'm just gonna guess that Sayori let her in. Yes. Yeah, I guess I am. What time is it? It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. Oh, I've been out this whole day? Hold on, what are you two doing here? I get up a little, propping myself up on my elbows. My head still spins whenever I move, but I'm a bit better than I was earlier. I'm really sorry for coming to your home unannounced like this. You weren't answering your calls, and Sayori mentioned that... Relax, Yuri. I'm guessing you and Sayori came over to check up on me, in which case I'm thankful you guys are here. Yuri blinks for a moment, a blush deepening on her cheeks. Oh, well, I'm glad.
See, Yuri? I told you Sefchi wouldn't mind.
So you're the culprit behind this visit?
Hey, you should be thankful that we're here.
Don't worry, I'm just teasing you. Well, you didn't show up at school and wouldn't answer our calls, so we were worried that something happened to you.
You should have seen Yuri. She started panic.
Sayori! Anyway, Sayori decided to visit after school, so I tagged along. Well, I'm sorry for making you guys worry and go through all this trouble. We'd much rather you were okay, so please don't worry about it. Anyway, I think that I'll be fine. I make an attempt at standing, but the intense waves of nausea quickly remind me that I'm not going anywhere soon. No, you should rest.
I'll get you some water and medicine. Sayori on the case! Da-da-da!
Sayori rushes off, the fading sounds of footsteps signaling her descent to the lower floor of the house. You need to recover before you attempt anything more strenuous. Standing up is strenuous activity? You know what I mean. I kinda need to use the bathroom. I stand up fully this time. Oh. Well, in that case... Yuri stands up too. Do you want me to help you? Now, it could be that I'm not feeling as well as I thought I did. But at the thought of her helping me in the bathroom, it feels like my fevers come back in full force. I sit back down as my face heats up. Okay, Sefchi, she probably means something way different from what you think. Sefchi, are you okay? Your face is burning up. I'm fine, Yuri. Here, let me help you. She proceeds to extend her hand out to me. Focus, FG. I'd probably die of embarrassment if I ended up wetting myself in front of two girls, so I gotta make it to that bathroom one way or another. I take Yuri's hands. It's surprisingly cool in my grasp. As she helps me back up, I start to wobble a bit. If you need to, you could... Now it looks like she's the one catching a fever. She looks away, struggling to maintain eye contact. You okay, Yuri? If you need to, you can lean against me for support. I wouldn't want you to end up falling and hurting yourself while you're ill. Thoughtful. We end up leaning on each other. Bruh, but Yuri is garbo. I know! Look, man. We've done Natsuki. We've done Sayori. We're out of girls. This is the only one left. Trust me, this was my last choice. It's funny to think about, though. Everyone, right? Like, Yuri was literally the most popular character, tied, like, second only to Monica. I think in most circles, when it came to Doki Doki Literature Club. And now everyone's just like, bro, Yuri sucks. Whatever, fuck her. But in this playthrough, I'm warming up to her a little bit. I see the charm. I see the appeal. I don't hate her. She's just not my favorite. Like, we had a discussion similar to this last night. I was playing Smash with Calvin and Chris, and we talked about a few things. Is the music too quiet? No, it's fine where it is. I'm gonna leave it. We had a conversation like this last night. We were like, so if you're examining like any group of things in a set, right? And you're like, it's like, I never liked Yuri even from the first game. Fair. Yuri was my first choice of girl, but then after I realized that all the other girls were more interesting, I gravitated towards them instead. Excuse me. So anyway, we were talking about how, like, so many times people, like, judge things within a set, right? Like, for example, a franchise of games, and they'll say, yeah, this thing in this set is the worst thing is the worst, just of the things in the set. But if you say that, like, let's just say an album, for example, if you look at an album of songs, and you're like, yeah, this song is the worst song in this album. If that song is still a banger, and you enjoy listening to it, then that just elevates the rest of the songs. And the thing is, I don't necessarily hate Yuri. I still like her. I just don't think she's the most interesting character in this game. So if Yuri is still a banger of a song, then that just elevates the other girls. It means the other girls are just that good. A bookworm with a knife kink. Wow, how cool. There's more to her than that. Look, this mod does a lot to flesh out these characters. Because you could say that about any of the characters. You could be like, oh, Natsuki, she's a fucking weeb with dad issues. She's a weeb whose father abuses her. Oh, Sayori, she's the childhood friend. Airheaded childhood friend. Like, they're all trope characters. That doesn't really work. I don't know. I could sit here and talk about this for an hour. We gotta continue. We end up leaning on each other, shoulder to shoulder. By the way, because you just came in here as this blue potato, or at least I'm assuming you did. We are sick. Yuri and Sierra are over here taking care of me currently. Because we were out in the rain last night. Once we make it outside, who isn't a weeb with dad issues? I was a weeb last year, for most of last year at least. And I did not have dad issues, so I guess me. I guess that would be myself. Once we make it outside my room to the bathroom door, Sayori comes up the stairs with water and medicine.
Hey, Sefji, you shouldn't be out.
She cuts herself off as she glances between Yuri and me. I need to go to the bathroom. Sayori's helping me. I really don't want to piss in front of you. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, I'll put this stuff next to your bed then.
And with that, she heads into my room. Natsuki's the most reliable person.
Yeah.
Natsuki's definitely best girl in my mind. Hey, Carlix. Sayori's the most realistic. Yeah. Natsuki is best girl. But after playing the Sayori route in this game, I came around the Sayori and I was like, I like this route a lot better. Sayori's route's definitely my favorite. Well, yeah, I forgot to say this at the start of the stream. One, this is a mod of Doki Doki Literature Club, and if you're interested in it, you should pick it up, because it's very good. If at any point you're like, this looks interesting, and I would like to try it for myself, please just stop watching the stream. I'll completely understand. Stop watching the stream, go get the original game, go get the mod, play it. I will not judge. What was I going to say before that? But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. I want to say that, yes, I've played Sayori's route. Yes, I played Natsuki's route. I'm trying not to spoil anything from those routes, just in case there's anyone who comes by who hasn't played them yet. So I'm trying to refrain from any spoilers that might be in those routes. And if I do talk about them, I'm trying to be coy about it. But anyway, yeah. If chat could try to refrain from, like, talking about the other routes too much, I would greatly appreciate that. Because if you guys talk about it, I'll get me talking about it. Okay, anyway. Alright, I'll be fine here, Yuri. Okay, I'll be heading back into your room then, if you don't mind. What's a Doki Doki? It is the sound that your heartbeat makes. It is Japanese onomatopoeia for a heartbeat. So when you're shoulder to shoulder with a cute girl, your heart goes Doki Doki. Doki Doki. Doki Doki. The more you know. Just call me when you're finished. That was a really fast bathroom break. My God. Wow. That was like lightning quick. Sefji, lightning piss. It's my superpower. Lightning fast. I'm making a marker real quick. That was like what is it? RTA. That was like the RTA bathroom break. That was good. All right, that was so quick. Why did I say okie dokie? Why did I say okie dokie? Why did I say... Okay. Making my way back to my room, I can just barely hear the sounds of Sayori and Yuri talking.
So it seems... and Sefji are...
Do you... Wait, what about me?
Come on, you heard what he said.
What? What did I say? What did I say? I'm sure we just misheard him.
Well, he doesn't know a whole lot of people outside the club. Who do you think he was talking about?
Alright, Sefji, you should probably stop eavesdropping now. Oh, was I talking in my sleep? I think I might have been talking in my sleep earlier, and I was just like, oh, Yuri, so pretty. But as I reach for the doorknob, my hand freezes. What do you mean? That was dumb line reading. I'm really working on... Because I would like to think that I am at least somewhat talented in terms of acting and voice acting, but I'm trying to make more of an effort to like practice and work on it and improve. My mind's racing, trying to figure out if I said anything to them.
Oh, come on, Yuri, don't you think that...
I should check on him. As footsteps begin approaching the door, I quickly open it. Sefji, oh, I see that you're done. Carlix, I don't need a shout out for myself. We're already here. That doesn't make any sense, man. I've listened to some of the bigger DDLC songs. Yeah, so have I. Haven't we all? This game's wonderful. I see that you're done. Yeah, I just finished. Sayori perks up as she noticed me into my room again.
Hey, I just texted Monica and Natsuki they were doing better.
Oh, cool. You're probably wondering where I was, right? As I open my mouth to speak more, my stomach rumbles. Now that I think about it, would you like something to eat? Yeah, that'd be great.
Jinx!
Yuri sighs and then laughs along with Sayori. If you want, we can try making something here. Sefchi, do you have any ingredients we can use? I'm pretty sure that I have some salmon. Oh, and a bunch of frozen foods as well. As usual.
Ooh, I'd like some salmon.
Given that it's a school night, it'd be preferable if we could make something fast. Just be careful not to set the house on fire again. I smile at Sayori when I say this.
Hey! That was one time! Actually, it was a lot of times. I'm a fucking arsonist. That's headcanon right there.
We end up laughing together. Well, Sefchi, if you're settled back in, we'll get started on the food then. And they proceed to head downstairs as I take my medicine and drink some water. It's nice and quiet now. As I close my eyes, I can feel myself slipping back into the warm embrace of sleep. That is until the sound of my phone ringing shatters the calm of the air. The Apple alarm in a nutshell. For a moment, I contemplate ignoring it, but with a groan, I reach for my phone and check the call ID. Mama Spoons? Mama Spoons is calling! It's everyone's favorite character. Mom's calling. Good thing I checked. Hey, Mom. Spoons. Hey, Sefchi, you okay? You didn't pick up your phone earlier, so I was getting worried. Plus, the school rang me up to tell me that you didn't go in. Sorry. It must have been out. Anyway, I'm doing better now. I had a really bad fever, but after sleeping enough, I'm feeling much better. Are you sure? Maybe you just need to, No cursing. I just noticed the no cursing. You got it. No cursing for 10 minutes or I have to slap myself in the face. Because I don't have a better punishment yet. Are you sure? Yes, Mom. Well, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, but not with a cup, only with spoons. Only with spoons. Ever since Mama Spoons became a thing, Spoons' voice is... the voice of Spoons has just, like, gone off the rails. Like, I don't know where it is anymore. It has evolved into something else entirely. Yeah, only drink water with your spoons, though, okay? You're not allowed to use cups. They are forbidden in this household. I think I left some medicine in the kitchen if you... Mom, it's just a fever. It's not like the bubonic plague or anything. But right as I say that, I can't help but hack up a wet, raspy cough. Are you sure about that? The coughs sound pretty medieval. Imagine eating. Couldn't be me. Yeah, who needs food, right? Eating's for chumps. That cough sounded pretty medieval. Jeez, way to reassure me. Are you sure you're okay? I can catch a flight home if you're really ill, you know. No, that's way too much effort. I'll be fine, Mom, seriously. Some friends came over from school to help take care of me. Oh? I'm guessing one of them was Sayori? Mm-hmm. And? And what? The other friend? She's a girl, isn't she? She's a female spoon. To go with your male spoon. Hey, don't be getting any funny ideas! I wouldn't dream of it. Oh, it was just Yuri. Isn't Yuri from your club? Yeah, she is. I see. So... I can tell exactly... Oh, sorry. I can tell exactly what the next question is going to be. How close are you and Yuri? Called it. What do you mean? I installed the game from PS Plus. Nice. Public service announcement for everyone. Okay. For some stupid reason, Final Fantasy VII Remake is free with PS Plus right now on the PlayStation 4. So, if you want to play it and you don't mind not being able to upgrade to PS5, go scoop it up. It's like, you're the very air that I breathe. If you leave, you're taking it from me. Potato, I've seen many different kinds of chatters. You are absolutely the one who's just like nonsensical things all the time that never go with what we're talking about, and I hope it continues. I want this forever if you can. It's fantastic. Just keep dragging us off the rails. I don't even care. I love it. It's hilarious to me. What do you mean? You know. Do you like her? You two seem to be close, if she's concerned enough to check on you along with Sayori. Or... Bro, do you like dirt? Love it. Is it online? Final Fantasy VII? I would assume it's single player only. Maybe like online elements like shoved in at the last minute, but no, I assume it's predominantly a single player game. Or is Sayori the one you like? Mom! You made me burp. Can't a mother be curious about her son's love life? Come on, be honest. Jeez, my life isn't some dumb high school rom-com, you know. Or is it? What kind of an angsty teenage boy tells their mom about their crushes? Oh, it's okay. I'll keep it a secret. How about this? I'll answer with a definite, I don't know. Ha, you can't worm your way out of this one, you little spoon. I'm too starved for details about your life. I roll my eyes. Whose fault is it that she's not here to know about my life? Almost immediately after thinking that, I'm hit by a pang of guilt. Been there, done that. She's not working away from home because she wants to. She's doing it to support me and maintain our quality of life. So, do you not know, or do you know, but just not want to say it? It might just be my guilt making me do this, but you know what? I'm gonna open up to her. It's hard to describe. So you like Sayori then? Honestly, I don't think I've ever thought of her that way. Maybe in an alternate timeline or something, but no. Sarah and I have been friends for so long that it's hard to imagine us being a couple. Bros, the 10 minutes up, I'm waiting to drop the saddest F-bomb ever. 5 minutes ago. Sarah and I have been friends for so long that it's hard to imagine us being a couple. I don't know, I think I'm just used to thinking of her as my best friend. Aw, I think you two would make a nice couple. As do I. I think they would make the best couple. Check Discord. Stream's kind of lagging. I don't think that's on my end. I think it's on yours, because I have not... My bitrate has been stable this whole time. I haven't dropped any frames. I think it might be you, Carlix. Try refreshing. Maybe reset the router or something. The modem. Yeah, because it's not lagging on my end. At least to my knowledge. Oh, I think you two would make a nice couple. Mom. If it's not her, then is it the other girl? Yuri? Yeah, tell me about her. Well, Yuri's super smart but kind of shy. She loves literature and can always provide deep insight into whatever we read. Oh, and she's also really mysterious. Sometimes it feels like I know her, but then I find out something new and surprising about her that I never expected. It definitely sounds like you like her. Wait, how do you know? It's the way you talk about her. I can't see you, but the tone of your voice makes it seem like that's the case. Or it could just be a mother's intuition. And at any rate, from what you described, she sounds like a nice girl. Well, I think that the sound of footsteps outside of my door interrupts my train of thought. This is not a conversation I feel comfortable having in front of the girls right now. Hey, Mom, I've got to go now. Bye! There's a knock on the door. All right, then. But you're not off the hook for this conversation. You better believe we'll be continuing this the next time I call. Okay, I got it. Bye. I'll call the school to let them know that you're not feeling well. Bye! Love you, Seth G. Thanks, and love you too! I hang up the phone and toss it aside. Yuri's smart? She's smart. Dude, you should have heard the words she was using yesterday. She used some big words. Actually, I don't even think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before. Yeah, it was the first stream. No, Yuri's super smart. She used a word like... I don't even remember what the word was. Here, I'll put it in the chat real quick. She used, there's a clip of it too. Actually, no, it's not a clip, it's a highlight. She used this word. Your guess is as good as mine, Chief. If that's not a smart person word, I don't know what is. I hang up the phone and toss it aside. Come in! Sefchi, are you feeling better? Yuri's holding a platter of freshly cooked dumplings. I can see the steam still wafting off of them. Hey, Yuri, thanks for cooking. You made my favorite dumplings, too. It was nothing. I remembered what you said about them, so when I saw the bag in the freezer, I kinda had to make them. I think the music is overpowering my voice a bit. I'm in the illiterate club, the Doki Doki Literature Club. The Doki Doki Literature Club. It sounds like it'd be filled with illagers. Huh. This music is loud even on my end, my god. It is jam though. It was nothing. I remembered what you said about them, so when I saw the bag in the freezer, I kind of had to make them. That's really thoughtful of you. Thanks again. Wait, is Sayori cooking downstairs by herself? I came up here to bring your food. Don't worry, she's just making sure that they don't... Yuri, can you hurry downstairs? I'll leave your food here for now. Coming, Sayori! Yuri sets down the dumplings next to me, along with a set of chopsticks. There's about 12 of them all neatly lined up. Turning one over, I can see that the bottom is a perfectly crispy golden brown. Meanwhile, from outside... Sayori, what did you do? I don't know! Is that stew moving? Is it alive? Don't ask questions! Just pour salt in it or something! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! I don't want the dumplings to go cold now, but I'd much rather eat with everyone. Burn it on fire! That's only making it bigger. Oh my god! Sayori, I'm sorry. Turn off the stove. Okay. Sayori just made some kind of Frankenstein stew monster. Oh. That's good. I burned the house, probably. Alright, it's been 10 minutes, by the way, which means no cursing is gone. I can fucking swear again. I try to yell from my bed. Is everything alright? Yes! Yes! Do you want to eat together upstairs? It sounds like something is being sprayed downstairs. Maybe later! You can go ahead and eat now. Don't wait up for us! Nothing's wrong! I sigh. I'm torn between panicking and laughing. Language? Only if you put no cursing again. Granted, they're going through all this trouble for me. Although it won't mean much if the house is burnt down, but it's the thought that counts. And anyway, I haven't smelled any smoke yet, so I'm probably good. I think. Hydrate. After about 5 minutes, I hear 2 sets of footsteps coming upstairs.
Sefchi?
Yeah?
We kinda, sort of,
We burnt some of the dumplings.
Plus, there's fire extinguisher foam everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of figured that out. I'm so sorry. Hey, you guys are only here to take care of me. As long as you two don't get hurt and the house doesn't burn down, it's okay. And they glance at each other and sigh. Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, thanks.
Sayori glances at my plate.
Wait, why didn't you eat your food?
I figured it'd only be an extra few minutes to wait for you two. I can make something else after Sayori and I clean up.
But they're probably cold by now.
Now that you mention it, you're right. Hey, Yuri. Yes? Could you run these up and bring them back to my room, along with a few more plates and forks? Of course, but... Don't tell me you want to share your food. Yeah, that's right. The girls pause for a moment.
But you're sick!
Relax, I haven't touched the dumplings at all. We can share them to tide us over for now, and I can order some pizza in the meantime. Are you sure? Positive. It's at this moment that Sayori's stomach starts rumbling. Fucking earthquake. Just like... Ah! Oh god, it's happening again! Brace yourselves! He said forks. Yeah, forks are forbidden in this house. We use sporks at most. I shouldn't have clipped that. So I'm trying to get into the habit of highlighting, marking stuff more. I don't have anyone to do it for me, so I have to do it myself. Besides, it's getting late and you'll need to head back home soon. Yuri looks over at Sayori, as if waiting to kick a cue from her. Thankfully, Sayori's never had any hang-ups over accepting food from me.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, FG.
In that case, I'll be in your care. No need to be so formal, Yuri. What I mean to say is, thank you for your offer. She snatches the platter of food and hurries downstairs as if running away. Now that that's dealt with, it's time to order the pizza. It won't break my food budget so long as I don't do it too often. Yuri comes back up with the warmed-up plate of dumplings. Alright, here are the dumplings. She hands out them, 4 on each plate. Hey, Sayori.
Yeah?
I said hey, Sayori, and it triggered Yuri. Before I forget to ask, would it be alright if you picked up my schoolwork tomorrow? You could probably ask Sayori. She's bound to have all of my missing work.
Yeah, I can do that. After all, it won't do you any good to miss out on your education.
Got it, Mom.
You know that's for your own good.
There's a weird way to read that line. Yeah. Anyway, let's dig in. As we eat, our conversation ends up turning toward the club. By the way, has everyone done writing their poems for Halloween?
I'm still thinking about mine, but I want to keep it a secret for now.
My poem's first draft is actually finished already.
Ooh, what's it about?
I'd like to keep it a secret until Halloween too. We wouldn't want the suspense to be ruined after all. That's true. We should probably all keep our lips sealed about them until then.
Alright, I'm just so curious though.
Knowing Yuri, her poem will probably be... It's barely even been an hour in, and I'm already just like... My mind and mouth are just like... Just like, jaw, don't feel right. Knowing Yuri, her poem will probably be pretty solid. But I wonder what Sayori's gonna write about. Sometimes I double-click and I get scared I'm gonna, like, skip something. I imagine that you weren't able to write yours yet due to your illness. Yeah, you got me there.
How'd you get sick anyway? You never get sick, not even when we were kids.
That's probably because I was walking around in the rain last night.
Huh? But wasn't it pouring down pretty hard? What were you doing out in the rain, you idiot? I'm the idiot here, and even I know that's stupid.
Bro, did you friendzone her in the first, Yeah, absolutely. Oh, in the vanilla game, you mean? I think so, only because I was playing the game, and I was just going for a specific route. And also because I knew... I had seen the game up to the twist before I actually played it myself. So I knew... I had a strong feeling that it wouldn't change anything anyway. So I was just curious to see what would happen. Alright, anyway. Why is my stream buffering so much right now? What the hell? It's like not my bitrate. Is Twitch causing my stream to lag? That'll make me very sad if it is. If that is the case. I can speak words. Oh yeah, I forgot to completely hydrate. Alright, anyway. I honestly don't even remember why.
Safchi!
To be fair, if he hadn't happened upon me, he might not have been out for so long. So really, I'm to blame for Safchi's illness.
Aw, come on, Yuri!
Oh, that's not me. That's my Sayori impression. Can I enter in PS4? Did you? I suppose. That reminds me, I need to make my stuff public so that people can do that. I'm trying to not have it out in the open too much, just because, like, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I would like it to happen someday. If this channel ever blows up, I don't want to have, like, 100 people just like, I want to be your friend on this. Did you? Yeah, because I was going for Yuri at the time. Look, man, I don't understand what the big deal is. Even if your friend zone or she dies anyway, it's like, it doesn't change anything. I could literally write, like, a freaking essay on, on Doki Doki Literature Club. That's neither here nor there. Oh, come on, Yuri. I was running around outside even without you at first anyway.
So, you two were together last night then?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. We were both looking for inspirations for our poems. Great minds think alike, right, Yuri? I suppose so.
Oh, I guess you guys found your inspirations together then, right?
Well, not yet. For me, at least. Maybe I'll need another late-night walk with Yuri to finish up the poem. If you ever need it, I'd be happy to accompany you for another walk. Ever seen Natsuki in a bunny suit? No, but I want to. I want to now.
Wow, sounds like fun.
Regardless, with or without another walk, I'll have something together by the time Halloween comes up. I look forward to it. Suddenly, the doorbell rings.
I'll get it! I'm super hungry!
I shuffle around my drawers for my wallet and hand Sayori the money. Hey, this should be enough to cover it.
Thanks, I'll be right back.
Before Yuri can move to join her, Sayori dashes off downstairs. Man, she really ran off. Yeah, I should probably go with her. Excuse me. As Yuri follows Sayori out of my room, I check my text messages. I have Monica's set, right? Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, everyone.
Hey, Sefji, how you feeling? Are you okay? I got your number from Sayori and was wondering if anything happened.
Hey. I wasn't feeling well, so I ended up sleeping the day away. Well, I won't be back to the club for a few days, but should be fine by Halloween. After a moment, she gets back to me.
Glad that you'll be better by Halloween. Wouldn't mind to miss it. I hope you feel better soon.
Thanks, Lol. I appreciate it. As I finished tapping away at my phone, the girls ran to the room with the pizzas.
What toppings did you order?
They're just normal cheese and pepperoni pizzas. Sayori's stomach approves of the choices. Oh! Just eat it already! I love this idea that when Sayori's stomach rumbles, it's just like earthquake immediately. Like a fucking 8 on the Richter scale. Well, let's eat. Itadakimasu. Itadakimasu.
Yeah, what Yuri said.
The conversation peters out as we munch on the gooey slices of pizza, but it eventually crops back up again. Anyway, Sayori, I'm just curious about something. She looks up at me curiously with a mouthful of cheese pizza. Exactly how did you manage to burn the dumplings again? Both her and Yuri come close to choking. I'm not mad, alright? I'm just curious.
Well, if you promise not to get mad. Yuri told me to keep an eye on the food before she went upstairs. So I was standing there watching the dumplings. And I kept watching them, just like Yuri said. I watched them good. But then they started smoking.
Sayori.
Hey, I'm not dumb, okay? They look perfectly normal to me.
But you have an IQ of 5.
I'm not dumb! They just started smelling burnt. Oh, and they started smoking too. And that's what I called Yuri.
Sayori, when I told you to watch them, I thought it was implied that you should also cook them.
How was I supposed to know what she meant? I wasn't the one who read the instructions on the bag.
Isn't it common sense to move frying food around on a pan so it doesn't stick to the bottom? They look over at me as if to use my culinary knowledge as some sort of common sense tiebreaker. No other choice but to shrug at them, I guess. Anyway, I told Yuri to turn off the stove when I saw what was happening.
Yeah, so I tried to turn off the stove, but I ended up turning up the heat by accident since I was panicking.
And then it started to burn even more.
So then I started trying to scrape the dumplings off the bottom of the pan, but the bottom layer of the dumpling skin was super hard to get off. And while I was doing that, I kinda did the same thing I did that other time, and some pieces of dumpling skin actually flew into the burner.
That's when it actually started catching on fire. What's 9 plus 10? 19. Now, let me ask you a question. What sort of trap have you just put me in? That's when it actually started catching on fire.
Yep, but luckily, I remembered how you put out the fire at my house with a fire extinguisher under the sink. After a second, I found one and sprayed the stove down.
Don't worry, the kitchen's all cleaned up now.
Well, we still need to do the dishes, but the stove's cleaned up.
Man, I'm torn between being glad I missed it and being sad that I didn't see it for myself. A wave of exhaustion hits me as I let out a yawn. You're so right. You caught me with that. Good job, Carlix. Bravo. Good job. Trick question. Although that's not really a show of intelligence, because anyone can fall for that. If you just don't take the time to think about it, it'll happen to you. Is it actually 21 though? No, it's 19, right? Yeah, I'm not dumb. It's 19. You effed up. I got it right. 9 plus 10 is 19. I can't believe I almost let you convince me that 9 plus 10 is 21. Like, I might be really bad at math, but I'm not that bad at math, alright? Anyway. A wave of exhaustion hits me as I let out a yawn. I guess just hearing about all your shenanigans made me tired, though. Given that everyone's finished eating at this point, we could let you have some rest for the night.
Yeah, if you're feeling better, I can head home.
I'm 5 IQ. Bruh, can you give me like 2 million points right now, please? No, unfortunately, I don't have any control over channel points. I have no way of like manipulating them. I could do it if it was like Derp Coin, but this is Burp Coin now. We've upgraded the Burp Coin system. Or downgraded, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, if you're feeling better, I can head home. I'll stop by tomorrow to check on you again.
Thanks for taking care of me, guys. By the way, I'll take care of the dishes later. You are probably tired as well. It's okay, but are you sure you don't want us to wash the dishes? That's alright. If you could put the leftover pizza in the fridge, that'd be great, though. Alright, I suppose that it is getting late.
I'll see you later, Sefji.
See you, Sayori. Sayori smiles, yawns, grabs her stuff, and the pizza and leaves. There we go. Just gonna put that for later.
I wonder what Destroy the World does, you big meanie.
It does exactly what it says it does. Read the description on it. Is there not a description that goes with it? I typed a description to go with it, unless it didn't go through. Yeah. With the power of wealth, beckon Sefji Moon to crash into the earth and bring upon the end of the world, and the stream. I feel like that's pretty straightforward. So you destroy the world, and also the stream ends. How good can you see without glasses? I'm nearsighted. So, typically speaking, I can see my screen just fine. It's really more of a, yo, you want to see me without my glasses? Here you go. You got it for a few minutes. Yeah, because I tried changing up the glasses thing to turning off the monitor, right, instead. So I would just be blind for a minute. But after the first time that was used, I was like, this is awful and a bad idea, and I should get rid of it. Yeah, anyway, Sayori smiles, yawns, grabs the stuff and the pizza, and leaves. I'll bring you something to eat tomorrow. Glasses off? Got it. Carlix, did you catch how long that lasts for? I don't feel like looking it up. Yeah, the text on the screen's a little blurry. Chat's pretty blurry, but I can make it out. It's not too bad. How long does glasses last for? Let's look it up. It's fine. Glasses off is 5 minutes. That's what I thought. Okay. So no glasses for 5 minutes. I'll bring you something to eat tomorrow. If that's alright, that is. That'd be great, Yuri. Thank you. And thanks for taking care of me. I know I said this before, but I really appreciate it. She starts playing with her hair. It was no problem. It can be quite difficult to manage by yourself when you're ill. She scoots towards me a little. If you need anything else, please be sure to call or message me, and I'll be over as soon as possible. I nod, smiling up at her. Yuri stands up and glances at me for a moment, then grabs the trash next to me. Feels like she wants to say something. Is everything alright, Yuri? Yes! Everything's fine now. Just making sure. She grabs her stuff and heads to the door, waving goodbye before leaving. The door closes with a soft click as she leaves. I close my eyes. They left the lights on! Damn it! I get up and close the lights and almost die. This was a surprisingly fun day. Well, aside from the part where my house almost burned down and how I struggled to even make it to the bathroom, and that I almost pissed my pants, and that I apparently slept talk, and now everyone knows that I have a big old puppy dog crush on Yuri. But other than that, I don't know how I would have managed without the girls. On another note, I'm getting along well with... It's worded in such a weird way. Fun fact, okay? If anyone ever wants to be a writer, okay? Especially if it's like for like screen or something, like for news. For news especially. Once you finish writing something, read it out loud. Read it out loud a few times. If it sounds weird and you have trouble saying it, rewrite it. Because if you have a hard time reading it, then whoever has to read it after you is gonna have a hard time reading it out loud too. Anyway, on another note, I'm getting along quite well with Yuri now. It's only been a month or so since I joined the club and met her. Now it'd be hard to think about not spending time with her after school. She's a shy girl though, so I don't want to rush things. And the last thing I need to do is try to move too fast and just ruin everything. I'm also glad that I'm getting to spend more time with Sayori as well. We've really reconnected since we ended up drifting apart. Maybe I should get sick more often. Yeah, if a guy needs to get sick for people to hang out with him, then that might be a problem. Even as I mull over these thoughts, I feel sleep beginning to overtake me again. I need to recover, especially since I don't want to end up missing Halloween. Tomorrow I'll think more about my poem. The next day. By the way, in case you were absent for any streams earlier, I do have skip Halloween set, so we are going to pass right over Halloween. So if there's a weird transition where we're like, oh, it's after Halloween now, that's exactly why. No decisions were made that day, so we'll just go over that. Man, it's late in the morning. I'm glad that there's no school today. Feels weird sleeping in this late from doing something besides playing games. I was up until at least 1 in the morning just reading. It isn't incredibly often, but I've found myself reading more lately. It started when I found that I was getting tired of playing the same games over and over. So just buy more games, you flippin' idiot. The monotony of just logging in, playing, winning some but losing more just felt so unsatisfying. While there are some people who I'd play with every once in a while, we'd hardly talk about anything except the games. The session would usually end with someone getting irritated and leaving anyway. With books, on the other hand, I can open and close them even at school and pick up where I left off. Plus, I don't have to rely on Wi-Fi to read books. Even up until just recently when I read for classes, it felt really forced. I still feel that way when I have to read something dry and boring like a textbook. But it's different when I get to pick something to read that's genuinely interesting. I wonder if I would feel the same way about games if I were forced to play them for class. So, funny story. In 5 minutes is up. Class is back on. I can appreciate the world again, and I also can appreciate that I need to clean my glasses. Okay, so quick story. I've told the story before, the effed up story about how I had a teacher in 2nd grade who gave me so many coloring assignments that I grew to hate coloring. And I've hated coloring ever since then. Like, such a big part of everyone's childhood was ruined for me by school. And reading was kind of the same way. I used to read all the damn time. I used to love reading. Back in school. Like, all the way up until, I think, like, high school. So, from, like, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, I was, like, an avid reader. But right around, I would say, 7th and 8th grade, my desire to read slowly fell off. As we were being required. They started requiring that we, like, read more and more, right? Like, they were, like, forcing books on us, and I was like, this isn't fun. And then by high school, I was just, like, I was so over reading at that point. So school not only did school ruin coloring for me, school also ruined reading for me as well. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, in conclusion, fuck you, school. You suck. Yeah, anytime you're forced to do something, it stops being fun. While I want to dismiss the idea of disliking games altogether, I feel like I'd get tired of anything real quick if it were forced on me. A stomach growl interrupts my morning ruminations. Looks like it's time to grab some breakfast. My morning routine finished, I settled down at my desk. I should probably do some homework. What the? English is one seriously weird language. Tell me about it. How do kids learn how to speak it in the West? You know what? I think it's time for a break. Most of my homework is done anyway, so it seems like a good time to take a walk. We're gonna go find Yuri. We're gonna go find Yuri. So you recommend to not go to school? Oh no, you should absolutely go to school, like, because you need it. It's stupid, but you need it for life. You can't not go to school. Because school is important for things outside of, like, you know, high school diploma, learning math, and all the other shit you're never going to use again, right? No, outside of that, it's also, like, important for, like, building your identity, right, as a person. You know, it's important for, like, learning how to be a person, learning how to socialize, and have friends. And in that way, school is very important, and you should not just skip out on it. Anyway, man, the gray clouds are really looming today. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Although, where am I going? I don't really have a destination in particular. I guess I'll just walk around for now and see what catches my eye. I want to be a streamer. Yeah, I've been trying that. It's not working out well lately. I'm dirt poor. I have no income because it's COVID and I'm scared to get a job right now. And I can't get my stimulus check because they won't give it to me. Because I won't lie and say that I'm actually looking for work. Because I'm not, because COVID is a thing. Anyway. I end up wandering near a shopping center. Wait a minute, looks like there's a bookstore here as well. Maybe I could ask Yuri to check it out with me sometime. But in the meantime, a sweet smell catches my attention. Smells like freshly baked pastries. I wouldn't mind grabbing something sweet right about now. Seems like a quaint little bakery is the culprit of the fragrance permeating the air. And are those Sayori and Natsuki sitting outside? All the more reason to take a look at the bakery. Hey guys, fancy meeting you here.
Huh? Oh, hi, Sep G.
The two of them are seated at a small corner table. Natsuki's holding a couple of cream puffs to herself rather possessively, while Sayori's munching on 3 giant cookies. This seems like a pretty nice place. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. They have some really great sweets, like their vanilla cake.
And the giant chocolate chip cookies are super yummy.
Okay. Does anyone else, currently or back in the past, okay, did anyone else back in high school have a cafeteria that sold the freaking giant cookies that were just like this big and made purely of sugar? I remember those things. Those were super good. I actually had a friend in high school who... I had a friend in high school who would buy like 2 of those every day. And I was like, dude, you were going to die at like 25 if you keep eating those like that. Like, that's too much cookie. Those things, I feel like those were like, those cookies had to have been like 75% sugar. You know what I mean? I mean, they were like this big around. They were huge. Maybe like that big around, I think. Maybe even bigger. Who knows? No. Damn. This is unfortunate, man. Those huge cookies are so good, though. Only in 2027. Well, hey, in a few more years, you'll have them, but you'll be out of high school by then. The next generation will have them, though, and that's the important thing. As long as they exist somewhere, it's all good. All right, anyways, yeah, giant chocolate chip cookies, huh? Sayori practically unhinges her jaw to take another bite of the cookie. Wait. Okay, hold on a sec. Have you guys seen the old Burger King commercial where with the dude who's like a snake, the human who's acting like a snake, and he goes to steal the Whopper or whatever, and he like slithers up to it, and then he actually unhinges his jaw. And he's just like, he's just like, his jaw is open to huge. Cause I just picture Sayori doing that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go on YouTube, look up Burger King snake commercial. You'll immediately understand. What's Burger King? Do you not have Burger King in what is it, Lafayette? It's a fast food restaurant. Google it. It's like McDonald's, but worse. Sayori practically unhinges her jaw to take another bite of a cookie. I'm surprised to see you out of the house. What brings you here? Oh, whoops. Sorry, that's not. Oh, okay. I understand the line now. I'm gonna try that again. The line confused me for a second. It was just weird. I'm surprised to see you out of the house. What brings you here? Stalking girls in your free time? Nah, the scent of sweets called my name. Plus, I need to take a break from homework. There's only so many equations that I can look at before my head starts spinning. Not to mention, English as a language is a nightmare to learn. Seriously, I don't get why we have to learn stuff like Algebra 2 and Calculus. Unless we're doing something really math-related for our jobs, I doubt we'll ever use this stuff. You and everyone else in the world. Yes, but I have McDonald's. Yeah, so think about McDonald's, but like not good. And that's what Burger King is.
Well, at least English is pretty useful.
I mean, I guess. Hey, why don't you grab something to eat already? Sounds like a plan. I glance up at the menu as I make my way to the counter. This looks like this place has a variety of teas as well, including oolong tea. I should really learn about other types of tea, too. Oolong is the only one I know Yuri drinks. Nevertheless, I'm sure Yuri would like this place. On top of teas, they have cakes, donuts, croissants, bagels, pastries, ranging from sweet to sour, and pretty much everything bread-related. I guess I'll just have a chocolate cake and orange-infused black tea. They have some chocolate brownies that look really good as well, but with my exercise habits, they're probably way too rich for me. I set my tray down at the clatter once I get back to our table.
So, what you get?
I went with the chocolate cake and black tea. Not Yuri's oolong tea? Not Yuri's oolong tea, then? Yeah, to be honest, I think it's still a little too bitter for me. All tea is bitter. It's only good after you add tons of sugar in. It's definitely an acquired taste. On another note, this cake looks really good, though. The chocolate cake is thick and dense, with 3 layers of different kinds of chocolate in between the cake. That sounds like a fat man's dream. Yeah, I need to read that back again. The chocolate cake is thick and dense, with 3 layers of different kinds of chocolate in between the cake. That sounds like evil. You could like waft that in front of me and just be like, get fat. And I'd be like, yes. Fat. I want to be fat. Just looking at this is giving me a sugar high. And I called the brownies rich. On the other hand, the tea is rather bittersweet, with the hints of orange cutting through the bitterness of the tea. As I pick up my fork, I notice Sayori eyeing my cake. To be fair, it is a rather large slice. I take a chunk out of it with my fork, trying to balance all the layers on it. Taking a bite, the sweetness is not as overwhelming as I thought it would be. Instead, it feels like it's incredibly thick, the dark chocolate enveloping my tongue and the fudge melting in my mouth. The girls look at me as I grin like an idiot.
You're making such a funny face, FG.
Yeah, real funny looking. Hey! This is some good cake, Natsuki. Sayori keeps down staring at the cake. Hey, Sayori, you want a bite?
Of course!
She takes her fork and take a chunk out of a pot that I didn't touch. Hey, Alto, 12, thank you for the host, my dude. Welcome back. Good to see you again. It's always my favorite thing when I see people return. Anytime I see a familiar face come back to the stream, I'm just like, yay! Hi, hey, welcome. All you need to know so far, this has been one of the Doki Doki Blue Skies streams where I have people in chat, so we're having conversations as we play, which means the game progresses a lot slower. But so far, all you missed was that we were sick a few days ago, and Yuri and Sayori came over to take care of us. And there's a very good chance that we said that we like Yuri in our sleep. Hey, mate, say... Why? For what purpose do you want me to speak silver? When I hear silver, I think dumping my enemies' heads into molten silver, then hanging them on the walls for the enemies to see in new party decorations. Well, they would be very good decorations. I might have to try that sometime. I've got some enemies. I'm Spanish, so my English is not very good, but I understand you. Hey, man, if I can just speak dumb enough for you to understand me, then oh, great. Carlix, thank you for hosting the stream as well. I love when Carlix is here and someone hosts, because every time someone hosts, Carlix immediately goes, oh yeah, I can do that, and then he hosts. It's like every single time. It's like, anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, I love patterns in life. All right, I can't get too distracted by talking to chat. I gotta keep going. Hydrate, you got it. I gotta get more water. Hang on. Fill up my cup with water. Gotta get some water in my cup. Done. Boop. Okay. She takes a fork and take a chunk out of the pot that I didn't touch. You want some too, Natsuki? Are you sure? Come on, you want to get fat trying to eat all of it myself? Drink puto. Hey, I know what that means. Sure thing. Let me uncross my legs real quick. Just my chair is like the back of my chair is leaning really far back for some reason. So I have to lean back in my chair. I think it's because I'm just breaking my chair because I lean back in it all the time. It's like, give me your Genesee, I'm bored. Alright, Ghost, do me a solid. Lean back a little bit on the sex stuff. It's fine here and there, but not condensed. Copy that. Thanks, man. Alright, anyway. You're already out of shape as it is. No need to have you packing on the extra pounds. She takes a chunk of the cake and eats it. If you eat some more, maybe you'll be as big and strong as me someday. She's stuck between wanting to insult me and taking her time to chew so she doesn't choke. This feels pretty satisfying to watch. Sayori, on the other hand, has been awfully quiet. Sayori? It looks like Sayori took another chunk of my cake while I was focusing on the Natsuki. Her mouth's filled with cake. You're so cheeky sometimes. Are you playing a mod? Yes. thank you for reminding me. This is a mod of Doki Doki Literature Club called Doki Doki Blue Skies. If you like Doki Doki Literature Club and you're interested in this, just stop watching this stream. I don't care. I completely understand. Go play this mod. It's really fucking good. Literally, it's just like, hey, did you want to spend more time with the characters? Did you want the characters to be more fleshed out and have like a world that has way more lore to it? Done. It's so good. It is so good. He's basically saying, lol, shorty. Yeah, more or less. It's like, ha, screw you for being malnourished. Alright, anyway. You're so cheeky sometimes. You trying to prep for the winter now? I don't appreciate you calling me fat! See, alright, chew your food with your mouth closed like a normal person. A moment passes, and Sayori finishes the mouthful of cake. My computer explodes. Damn straight, dude. But yeah, seriously though, this mod is really good. But it's also very, just like with Doki Doki Literature Club, right? It's very spoiler heavy. So if you're like, yeah, this looks interesting, I would just go get the mod and play it instead of watching this. And if you do leave the stream and to play the mod and you decide to come back after, all of the VODs for the Blue Sky streams are going up on my YouTube channel. I try to make sure to... I've been doing this thing lately where I time code my streams religiously and heavily. So there's like a very easy like chapter select system in place if you need to find a specific spot in the VOD later. Yesterday's VOD should be going up in 15 minutes. Anyway, a moment passes and Sayori finishes the mouthful of cake. Go 7080, thank you for joining the cause. Stacy, 7080, 780. Go 780, thanks for joining the cause. Thank you for the follow, man, I appreciate you. Love you. I'm subscribed. Subscribed. Just call me Ghost. Copy that, sir.
I don't like it when you call me fat!
Sayori, you literally have 3 giant cookies in front of you, and I let you have a chunk of my cake already. Scratch that. 2. She really knows how to put food away. I love that expression on Sayori's face. That's really funny. I'm Simon Ghost Riley. That is a dope-ass name. I am absolutely a victim of pouty face in anime. I think it looks cute. She really knows how to put food away, especially my food. At this rate, you might as well sign up for the sumo club while you're at it. Okay, that's just a little too far. That's just kind of rude.
They have a sumo club?
And apparently Sayori doesn't care. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And if they don't, you could be its captain.
But then I'd have to lead the literature club. Yeah, I think I'll pass.
Besides, who would want to watch a bunch of dudes in skimpy belts push each other around inside of a ring? People who get turned on by it, Natsuki. It's just watching the side, I'm like, yeah, you slapped that fast. You ever just say something and then immediately regret it afterward? It's like me every day. Alright, anyway. Yeah, who would want to watch a bunch of sweaty dudes anyway? Sounds super gross and sweaty. It's a respectable sport. I'm pretty sure you have to have a fair amount of muscle to do it as well. Or at least, from what I've seen on TV, it seems like a lot more than fat people having a shoving contest. Plus, you need to have good balance if you don't want to fall down and lose.
Maybe you should write a sumo-inspired poem if you like it so much.
2 men in the ring. A battle of wills and pride. Guts overrides fear. I give a mock bow. Oh, it's supposed to be a haiku. Hang on, let me try that again. 2 men in a ring. A battle of wills and pride. Guts overrides fear. That's better than what I expected from you, actually. Far from being as good as one of my poems, though.
Did you make up that haiku on the spot?
Nope, I had it on a show. Yep, totally. Definitely a SFG original. We love copyright infringement here on SFG. The way Natsuki shoots me a glare doesn't reassure me that they're convinced. Anyway, that cake was pretty good, right? Yeah, that's not for about copyright infringement. Or the parts that I had were good. Hey, I should get going soon. Got exams to study for? You could say that, yeah. She looks off to the side, obviously not thrilled with going home to study. Looks like I should get going too. Sayori, you want to walk back home with me?
Sure, that sounds fun.
I quickly wolf down the rest of my food as the others begin packing up. Since I'm here, I might as well grab something to take home too. Hold up one sec, I'm gonna grab something to take home.
Okay.
I guess I'll see you all later then. Oh, why do you look so sad, Natsuki? What's wrong? You want to talk to me about it? You want to talk about it? Is everything okay? Everything going alright at home? I'm sure she's fine. See you in the club, Natsuki. We wave goodbye to each other as I head back to the counter and buy 2 more slices of chocolate cake to go. Maybe someday I'll be a sumo wrestler. Oh, by the way, real quick, I forgot to say this about the YouTube channel. We've actually already done the first 2 characters in this the first 2 routes in this game. So we've done Natsuki's, we've done Sayori's. We did Natsuki's extensively. We actually did literally all of the endings. So if you're interested in those are all up on the YouTube channel. If you just want to see one of the routes in its entirety, without having to play the mod. But I seriously think you should play the mod because it's good. All right. Anyway, all right, let's go, Sayori.
Alrighty.
I haven't talked to Sayori as much as I'd like to lately, and this is a good excuse to do so. Especially since exams are coming up, and gonna eat up a lot of my time. So, you think you'll do alright with everything?
With what?
For a moment, it almost looks like Sayori's a little shaken, but she quickly dispels that with a smile. You know, with exams and all that.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll be fine. Monica's been helping me here and there, too, so you've got nothing to worry about.
That's good. Just make sure to take care of yourself. No point in cramming if you end up sleeping in and missing all your exams.
Yeah.
Sayori kicks a rock on the sidewalk a few feet in front of her, and clatters away, bouncing into the asphalt road. I said road in the weirdest way possible right there. Is something up?
Oh, I'm just a bit tired since I ate a lot.
That makes sense. Considering how many cookies and pieces of cake you had, it's no wonder you're exhausted. Just make sure to eat something good every once in a while, okay?
Says the guy carrying 2 slices of chocolate cake.
Okay, you got me there. Well, how about this? I hand Sayori a bag holding one of the slices of cake.
Eh?
Now we can be fat together.
Plus,
I wanted to thank you for taking care of me when I was sick before Halloween.
Together. That'd be really nice, Sefchi. Thanks for the cake.
My heart. Sayori, I'm so sorry. I know too much. Maybe I should try playing a sport like Monica. Otherwise, everything is probably going to catch up to me sooner or later.
I'd like to see Monica beat you up in tennis.
Fucking gladiatorial tennis match. It would give them more of a reason to grunt every single time, right? Ha! Oh! Yeah! Ah! Okay. We arrive in front of Sayori's house. Considering how she's looking so glum, she must be having a stomachache. Ah, well, she'll be fine once everything gets digested. I'll catch you later, Sayori.
See ya.
I sigh as I head back into my house. Well, back to the grinds. Alright. I kind of want to stop here to get food, but I'm going to keep going for now because I want to... I've learned by now with this game, it's better to just continue until you find a good stopping point. So preferably, we'll get to a point where we do something with Yuri. And that'll be a good spot to stop. And with so many rack marks floating around, hyperinflation became a real issue. Money was more or less useless. Like Monopoly money? I suppose that's one way to see it. We'll call it there for now, guys. And that marks the end of another lesson. On to more important news. Yay, it's lunchtime. I quickly check my bag. Oh, god damn it, of course I forgot my lunch! With a sigh, I start making my way to the vending machine in the hallway. I love that I just talked about how I'm hungry, and then immediately the game was like, oh, I got you, fam, let me make it worse. Oh, and I should probably save. That would be smart. A soft tap on my shoulder caused me to spin around. Hmm?
Hey, Sefchi!
Yo, Sayori.
Wanna come sit with us?
She motions back to Monica and Yuri standing to the side. They're all carrying their own lunchboxes. From my stomach's grumbles, I'm pretty sure it's jealous of them. Maybe a good conversation with them can help distract me from my hunger. Sure, sounds good to me. A few minutes later, we find ourselves on the roof. I don't know what makes the roof such an attractive lunch spot. Maybe it's the refreshing breeze? Either way, I'm pretty glad that no one's started locking the rooftop door yet. Huh, that's strange. Where's Natsuki?
Oh, she texted me saying she wasn't feeling very well, so she didn't come in. Anyway, how are you guys holding up with the exams coming up?
Well, while I'm not thrilled with the whole idea of exams, I think I'll do well enough on them. What about you guys?
With any luck, I'll do well. Cram school sure helps me keep on track.
Monica, you don't even need any luck. You're probably gonna be first in your year as usual.
And the probability that your grades are purely based on luck is infinitesimally... I'll read that after I stretch. Let me stretch first. Here, I'll do a long stretch since two of you got it. There we go. Okay. Thank you for reminding me to stand on my feet. Oh, Carlos, why did you redeem stretch twice? That wasn't necessary. I didn't realize you did it twice. And the probability that your grades are purely based on luck is infinitesimally small.
Thanks for the support, guys. How are you doing with your studying, Yuri?
You know how it goes. Studying isn't the most absorbing activity in the world, but we do what we must.
Yuri, I'm surprised you actually dislike reading something.
Well, just because I don't complain doesn't mean I like it. There are plenty of books that I dislike for one reason or another. Like what? Just books that are poorly written or clumsily thought out themes. Huh. It's kind of weird knowing that Yuri actively dislikes something. Other than manga, that is. Anyway, what about you, Sayori? How are you doing on your exam preparations? Sayori looks away, her half-smile not exactly emanating confidence.
I think I'll do fine. Some of my classes are pretty easy for me, like Japanese.
Let me guess, you're not so excited for the STEM subjects.
Yeah. I'll be fine, though. I just gotta study some more and it should be okay.
Well, that's good. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch Yuri staring at me. Like what you see? Not one to back down, though. I turned to stare back at her. I'll never blink, chat. I'll never surrender. You think you can beat me in a staring contest? Nah. It's so much easier when it's just a camera and you don't have to worry about it. My eyes are getting very dry now and they're starting to hurt. Ah, God, okay. I took that a little too far. Among Us trip. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Among Us on Saturday. I'm trying to do like a big collab with a lot of streamers that I know. But it's, as per usual, it's always really hard for me to arrange that because, you know, anxiety is fun. So if that falls through, I'm gonna end up just playing Super Bunny Man with my buddy Hilda. Yeah, that'll be coming on Saturday. By the way, if you want to see my stream schedule, check out the Discord. I'm trying to get back into having a weekly schedule for streams, and I always post it in the Discord. Anyway, not one to back down though. I turn to stare back at her. What's up, Yuri? She quickly looks down, her face reddened. Nothing. I noticed that you didn't bring your lunch. Oh, that's because I don't have one today. It's like, yeah, Carl, you can be there, man. I'm totally fine with like inviting regulars, so long as I can so long as I know that they're trustworthy.
Did you forget your lunch again?
Wait, what do you mean by forget? And again, it's not like my mom packs my lunches anymore.
Why didn't you bring anything? Why didn't you buy anything then? And why do I look so angry about you not having food? Fuck you for not having food.
Lines have probably been too long.
Guess you're starving today then, huh?
Yep, guess so. I sigh. They've all unpacked their own lunches already. The food looks all the more tantalizing given that I have nothing in front of me. As expected, Yuri's brought a homemade bento, while Sayori has 2 rice balls. Meanwhile, Monica packed what looks like a club sandwich. Oh, I would love a club sandwich right now. That sounds great. Man, this is torture. Both at the same time. Hey, Sapchi! Hey, Sapchi! The girls look at each other, bemused.
You go first, Yuri.
Alright. Sapchi, would you like a bite of my lunch? I'm not very hungry anyway. Are you sure? I've gone without my lunch before, you know. I say that, but I'm still hoping that she shares her lunch with me. That braised pork belly in her bento looks delectable. Yes, I'm sure. Here. She picks up a bite of food using her chopsticks and offers it up to me. Are you gonna feed it me? You gonna feed that to me? A startled look flashed over Yuri's face. Did she really not realize what she was doing? Too late, can't take it back now! I chomped down on the mouthful of food that Yuri's holding. The taste of tenderly cooked meat and lightly aromatic... The taste of tenderly cooked meat and lightly aromatic rice flooded my mouth. Suffice to say, it's good. Looking back up at Yuri, her expression nearly makes me spew out the food in laughter. She looks crossed between mortified and happy, her face flaming. This is super tasty, Yuri. Thanks for the food! You're welcome, but next time you can use the chopsticks yourself. Fair enough. By the way, weren't you going to say something, Sayori?
Ah, it's nothing.
She looks down and fidgets with the rice ball in her hands. Really? Come on, you can tell us what's up.
I forgot. Anyway, what you thinking about, Monica?
So she forgot, huh? Normally I wouldn't let it go so easily, but since you and Monica are here... Should I do a voice reveal among us? I mean, you can. It's only if we get enough people. I'll put you down the list, though. By the way, even now, just like bricklayer. Rent-free. Excuse me.
Sorry, it kind of zoned out back there. What I miss?
Yuri shared some for lunch with me, and he said it was good. Surprisingly, Yuri looks quite pleased with herself now. Oh, and she fed it to me. Please don't talk about that. It's so embarrassing.
It looks like Yuri's really coming out of her shell, huh?
Yuri covers her face with her hands, flustered beyond belief.
Come on, guys, let's give Yuri a break.
Why don't you join in with the teasing, Sayori?
Because I'm a nice person!
Sefji burp emote. That, honestly, that should exist. If I had money to get someone to, like, draw emotes for me, I would do it, but I'm poor.
You've got us there.
Plus, you never answered my question.
Right.
Monica sighs and picks at a fingernail.
Well, I've been trying to decide what I'm going to be doing in the next few years. It isn't too long before we'll end up graduating, so I've been trying to figure everything out.
Aren't you planning to go to college, though?
Yeah, I am.
Despite her words, the tone of her voice sounds uncertain. That's what I'm planning on doing as well. I have always thought that I was suited for academia. I can, but for free. I mean, at this point, I won't turn it down. I've always thought that I was suited for academia. That definitely sounds like you, Yuri.
So, what about you, Sefji? Do you have any post-graduation plans yet?
To be honest, I haven't really given it much thought. No, I can't say I have a solid idea of what I'll be doing at the moment.
Fair enough. We're only second years after all.
Maybe I'll check into something to do with literature.
Good answer.
Monica smiles playfully as she says that. If you ever need any more literature recommendations, you can always come to me. I'd be more than happy to help you prepare for a future degree in literature. Sounds good to me. So what about you, Sayori?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe a teacher?
That's a respectable profession, inspiring the next generation.
I don't know. If I had to guess, Yuri's banking on getting long vacations.
Well, I wouldn't exactly complain about the long breaks or anything.
She glances around and giggles a bit.
Maybe I could teach classes on writing poetry.
I could definitely see you as a teacher surrounded by a crowd of adorable kids.
Sefchi would make a nice teacher as well, in my opinion. Huh? I hadn't thought of teaching as a career before. Really? How so? As a teacher in middle or high school, I mean. You're very kind and good at listening, so I believe that you'd be good at providing support for students. Aw, thanks, Yuri. Of course, it's just my opinion, but I wanted to tell it to you. She shyly twirls a strand of hair between her fingers as I smile at her. While I take another bite of Yuri's lunch, the girls keep on chatting amongst themselves. Monika's right. There isn't a whole lot of time before we have to go out into the real world. We don't have forever and ever to stay like this. Provided, I don't think that I'd like to stay a high schooler forever. However, that also means that I'll have a lot more responsibilities to take care of. There's also the fact that it'll be tough to stay close with everyone once we all split off to find our own schools and careers. I mean, what are the chances that we'll all end up doing similar things at the same place? Not that there isn't no chance of that happening between at least two of us, but you've got to admit that it's small. It makes me kind of sad to think about not being able to talk to everyone every day. And now that I think about it, what will happen between Yuri and I? At this point, I'm pretty sure that I want to stay close to her. Even if we end up having different interests, she's someone who I don't want to let go of.
Hey, Sefchi!
Huh?
You were spacing out.
Sorry about that. What were we talking about?
At this point, it's really tough to decide on big things like our future when we have to ask for permission all the time for little things. Like, we're supposed to decide on what we want to do with the rest of our lives, but we can't even go pee without asking a teacher.
That is a good point. Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll figure something out. We've got time, so let's enjoy what we can.
I suppose you're right.
We still have a year left before we really have to worry about it after all. The lunch bell rings. Alright, I'll see you on the club. They smile and wave a bit half-heartedly. Looks like that conversation brought everyone a little down. Is this a good stopping point or no? I can't decide! I'm so indecisive! Then again, we went for like 2.5 hours the first stream of the Yuri route, and now we just literally skipped through all of the all of the first act. Hang on, let me save real quick. And I'm just gonna take a second to pull that down for a minute. No, I don't know what I missed, nor do I care because it's Yuri, but don't stop. Alright, I'll keep going then. Okay, I just wanted to see what was coming. I just took a little peek ahead to see what was coming up. I think this will be a good stopping point, like right after this scene. Okay, here we go. The bus rattles a bit as it trundles down the street, the plastic hanging straps swaying gently overhead. Oh, public transportation, you're always there for me. I can always count on a ride from you, especially when meeting up with a cute purple-haired girl at the bookstore. Ever since I got closer to Yuri, I've really been speeding through books. Having someone to read with definitely helps in making sure I finish the books, but it also hasn't felt like a chore in a while. Suddenly, the bus lets out a high-pitched whine as it eases into a bus stop. Here's when I get off. And what you missed was mostly filler, honestly. Like, you're good. There was talk about like careers after high school. We hung out with Natsuki and Sayori. There's a lot of filler in this game, I'll be honest. But it's good filler. Like, it makes the world feel alive. I'm not too far away from the bookstore now. There it is. And there's Yuri. I guess the only thing you really didn't know is that we were eating lunch with the others a second ago. We had forgotten ours, and so Yuri fed us some of hers. Right in front of the others. It was very funny. And there's Yuri. I wave at her, although she doesn't see me. Yuri is filler alone. Not in this route. She's the main attraction. She's fidgeting with her hair and glancing around, presumably looking for me. After a moment, we make eye contact. She immediately smiles widely and stands up straighter. Hi, Sefchi. Hey, Yuri. Kept you waiting, huh? Oh, no, I arrived only a moment ago. Thanks for inviting me out, by the way. No problem. I was going to buy something here anyway. So... Was that me? No. Well, let's head in then, shall we? Let's. It's subtle, but I smell the scent of lavender and a touch of jasmine oil as she brushes past me. Yuri, did you get dolled up for our date today? Call me crazy, but I think she wanks us, chat. Yuri smiling is scary. I think it's cute. She's so shy all the time, so when you see her smile, it's just nice. Once inside, that sense blends in nicely with the traces of old paper and ink emanating from the store. There's a sense of calm that envelops us as the moment we step inside, bolstered by the quiet, lulling sounds of flipping pages. Plastic covers gleam from the bookshelves as we pass by, and with each and every step inside, Yuri seems to walk with a little more energy. I haven't been in here for a while now. Really? When was the last time you were here? I believe it was roughly a month ago on Saturday. On a Sunday. Why haven't you visited more then? You know, it's been busy. I shouldn't be spending so much money on books, too. She sighs quietly and runs her fingers over the spines of a nearby row of books. I've been trying to read books online instead to save on money, but being able to physically flip through the pages feels so much better. It's as if I just need something tangible in my hands. Yeah, I think I can understand that feeling. It's definitely easy to get distracted from reading something online. There are lots of books I haven't seen before in this aisle. One novel with a particularly ornately designed cover catches my eye. The Awakening? This looks like one of those books considered classic literature. Yuri noticed me eyeing it. Oh, are you curious about some of the novels here? I don't know, maybe that one over there. Why? Have you read a lot of the books in this section? She pulls the copy of The Awakening out from the shelf. Kate Chopin's The Awakening. I did read this in middle school. To be honest, I don't recall too much about the plot. Hold on, let me refresh my memory with the summary on the back cover. Her eyes quickly flit over the words in the back, and a moment later, Yuri looks up with a smile. Yes, it's all coming back to me. That was quite the trouble read from what I remember. So, what's it about? Well, it's considered a milestone of early feminist literature due to its social commentary and in-depth look into the main character's psyche. The novel's about a married woman in the late 19th century New Orleans who struggles to find a place for herself in this restrictive society she lives in. Bye, gotta go. See you, Carlix. Thanks for hanging out, man. Honestly speaking, I believe I liked the book so much because I could relate to some of the themes. Oh? Like what? Well, some of the most salient themes are solitude and the impact of social constraints and expectations. It's easy to find yourself falling into a solitary lifestyle without societal support. In a way, detaching yourself from society can feel empowering in that you can take control over yourself away from outside influence. You need to just stop breathing. No! That's rude. Too far! But it can also be quite lonely. I can see how that theme would resonate with Yuri so deeply. She must have been a loner even in middle school. The societal expectations present in that era's version of the American South all work to repress the main character's true desires and needs. Especially since the main character is a married woman who has to struggle with gender roles too. So you can relate some of the expectations in the book's society to our society then. Of course, modern-day society isn't as oppressive as the Victorian-era society. But still, there will always be social norms that people would be hard-pressed to disobey. She talks so much, I don't know how she's still talking a lot. Dude, she's passionate, dude. I talk a lot too, but here you are. She's fine. And at any rate, Japanese society is rather restrictive in comparison to other countries. You've got that right. When I was a kid, I really wanted to move to America because of how freeing it seemed. Country of rock and roll, right? I don't know about that. But it's definitely a more individualistic culture. Anyway, The Awakening is a beautifully written book. I'd recommend it if you wanted to read a critique of society, though the ending is quite depressing. Oh, was that a spoiler? Nah, you're good. If you're gonna recommend the book this passionately, then I guess I've gotta give it a shot. I take the copy of the novel from Yuri and turn it over into my hands. I'll be looking forward to hearing what you think about it. We continue strolling around the bookstore some more, this time looking for a book for Yuri. She pauses at a display and flips through a paperback book with a black cover. What's that book? Battle Royale. I assume you've heard of it before? The original Hunger Games, yes. I need some water. Okay. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm getting a frog in my throat. It's been 3 days of this. Yeah, actually, I read a bit. I actually read a bit of it before. I never finished it though. Speaking of rock and roll in America, the main character in it is pretty obsessed with the U.S. Although I'm guessing yet you know that already. Well, I'm embarrassed to admit that I've never gotten to reading it before. What? What's wrong with you? It just blows up right in her face. Anyway. There are just too many books that I need to read. How about we read it together then? I'd like that. She smiles shyly, her eyes twinkling behind her bangs. And with that, we leave for the front counter to purchase our books. You talk too much, yes, but Yuri has talked more than you for the first words when we were reading this. Fair, fair. Look, I like when people get passionate, okay? I like seeing passionate people. It's a good thing. And with that, we leave for the front counter to purchase our books. The sun's blindingly bright outside, which contrasts against the chilly nature of the air. Would you like to get something to eat? Sure, there's a bakery nearby that's pretty good. They even serve tea. Last time I went there, I had black tea. Oh, that sounds lovely. Feel free to lead the way. I really need to, like... Because there's a certain note that I try to hit when she makes that expression. Yeah, let me try to hit it again. Oh, that sounds lovely. Feel free to lead the way. Yeah, I'm trying to hit that. I can put inflection in my voice pretty well when I really want to. It's hard for me to do if I'm just blindly reading it for the first time, though. Which is why playing the visual novel is a good thing, because it helps me get better at doing this sort of thing. So you will like it if I passionately tell Yuri to shut the fuck up? Look, you can be passionate, just don't be a dick about it. Unless you're me. I get a pass because I'm selfish and a hypocrite. Like, I'll do it for the sake of comedy, but, like, I try to not lean into it too hard if I'm being serious. I mean, like, you can't really complain about Yuri opening up too much, because, like, if Yuri didn't open up like this, then it would be a serious flaw in her character arc, honestly. Because you can't have Yuri just stay shy forever. She has to eventually talk. She has to start opening up, because it shows that her character is growing. And again, once again, I don't hate Yuri, even in the slightest. I like the character. She's just not my favorite in this game. Anyway, within a few minutes, we're standing in front of the bakery. Through the glass storefronts, we can see rows upon rows of pastries and breads. That sounds great right about now. As we enter, a wave of warm air carrying the scents of sweets and teas washes over us. It smells wonderful in here. If you weren't hungry before, you'd definitely be hungry now. Plus, they even have oolong tea here. Really? I suppose I know what I'll be getting. I think I'll have a cup as well. As we approach the counter to order our drinks, the brownies on the display once again catch my eye. You know what? I think I'll have a brownie too. I'm gonna be bad today. You wanna be bad today? You wanna get fries for the table? Luffy and Goku have a better character arc than Yuri. We're not even done with Yuri's character arc yet. Just wait. Just wait, alright? Wait and see where the game goes, alright? I grab a tray and a pair of tongs to choose my own pastries. Yuri falls behind, hesitantly grabbing a tray of her own. Are you getting anything else to eat? I think I'll have a small slice of vanilla cake. By the time we finish grabbing our food, the line's cleared up. What... I'm thinking.
Hobbitses! Hi, would that be all for you?
I'll have some oolong tea as well as this brownie. The cashier quickly rings me up, while another worker bustles away in the background to prepare the tea. The cashier also takes a moment to take a fish and swallow it whole.
And your order, miss?
Yuri sets her tray down the counter with a clatter. Her voice is barely audible. Yes, I'll have the oolong tea and a slice of vanilla cake.
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
You're startling me. Your voice is creepy. I'll have the oolong... Her voice wavers as red creeps up her face, and she glances desperately between me and the cashier. Should I do something? Here's the thing. As much as I would like to order for her and just help her out, I've learned my lesson from earlier in the playthrough, from the route, from day 1, or actually it was day 2. Learned my lesson from yesterday. Yuri has to grow as a person, so when these opportunities present themselves, I think it's better for her to do it herself. I hope. If this is wrong, I'm totally fine with save scumming and going back. But I think we should let her order. Because before, when we offered to help her carry books, she said she wanted to do it herself. So I think if she has a chance to grow as a person, it's better to just let her do it herself. I don't want to impose and assume that Yuri can't do anything for herself. Well, to be fair, it does seem like she wants me to help her. That's true. But I don't want to act like a dad or anything. I'm just gonna commit for a little bit. Either way, Yuri seems to have picked up on the fact that I'm reluctant to step in. I attempt to smile in an apologetic yet encouraging way, but she only affords me a single glance before looking down. Could I get oolong tea and a slice of vanilla cake? She rushes through the last half of a sentence, slurring her words together. Fortunately, the cashier seems to be able to make out what she's saying this time.
Alright, we'll have your teas done in just a minute. Special Hobbit's fishes tea.
Just as the cashier said, it only takes about a minute or so until our teas are ready. Yuri avoids eye contact as we pick up our cups of tea. With our food in hand, we make our way over to some tables to sit down at. As we walk, she keeps her head ducked down and her eyes steadily trained on the floor. Hey, Yuri? Yes? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that... She starts playing with her hair, stroking it quickly. Don't worry about what happened. How can I not? I'm completely socially inept. Hey, it's probably worse in your head than it actually was in real life, you know? And besides, you can just keep on practicing. That doesn't stop me from feeling ashamed of myself. It's alright to feel that way, Yuri. It might be hard now, but I'm sure you'll get better at it over time. You just need to work at it, little by little. I would like to think, even if this is the wrong choice in the game, that this is the right choice in real life. Did you really just do that to that cashier? Did you really just give him that voice?
What voice are you referring to? What is wrong with my voice? I happen to like my voice. It is the voice that I am born with. It is the voice that I have, that my mother has, that my father has, and I am proud of it. I'm proud of my heritage. Do not make fun of me.
Okay, anyway. Still a bit shaken, she takes a deep breath to calm herself. I suppose you're right. You You might not be as good at talking to people as Monica is, but hey, who is? Yuri glances down, tearing tiny pieces of a paper napkin apart. Your logic makes sense. It's just... She takes a moment to collect her thoughts, gathering up all her litter into a neat pile. What makes me most uncomfortable is the feeling of being judged. You feel judged? You know, like when the cashier looked at me with pity as I stumbled over my words. Yuri, I'm sure they didn't notice at all, or if they did, they probably forgot about it already. It's like the spotlight effect, you know? When you think people notice you more than they actually do. I know, but I can't exactly help how I feel. Regardless, I'll try to be more outgoing. You're a monster. And proud of it. Welcome back, Carlix. Yeah. I can't tell if this feels like the right choice or to not. I can't tell if this feels like the right choice or not. But, like, it's certainly the healthy choice. Ah, man, I don't know. Alright, I'm curious. Let's go back and load. I just want to see what the other option is. I might as well spare her the trouble and just order for her. After all, I know it's what she wants anyway. She'll have the oolong tea and the slice of vanilla cake.
Is that okay with you?
Yuri nods her head.
Alright, we'll have your tea done in just a minute.
And just as the cashier said, it only takes about a minute or so until our teas are ready. Oh god, it's one of those slow burn things. Okay, here's the difference thing. Don't worry about what happens. If you'd like, when I'm around, I can help you handle all that stuff. That would be nice. She breathes a sigh of relief. Everyone has their own thing that they're good at. You're a lot more book smart than me, and I just happen to be more used to talking to people. We balance out in a way. Yes, I suppose you're right. Thank you. Don't mention it. I think I like the other one better. Because Yuri's working on being more reliable, and a lot of the options in the game have a slow burn effect. So, like, at first you're like, this seems fine, and then way further down the line, it ends up just, like, ruining you. Regardless, I'll try to be more outgoing. Could I rely on you to help me? Not all the time, of course, but just when I'm feeling particularly flustered. Or maybe I'm just stupid and wrong, and she definitely wanted my help there. Let's go back again. I just made a taco. That shit was good. I'm happy for you, Chief. I'm very indecisive when it comes to this game. Just because I had the thing in Natsuki's playthrough where I got all the way through and then made the playthrough take even longer because I screwed up at the very end of the playthrough. And then royally screwed up the playthrough the second time I tried it because I didn't realize that I'd only screwed up on one thing. And it took us way longer to get through Natsuki's playthrough because of it. But I think this is probably the right choice. It's a good thing we can see the future. Settled down on the table, we finally dig into our respective sweets. The inside of my brownie is moist and thick, the sweetness not too overwhelming. I look around while savoring my bites, chewing at a slow pace. Although the streets are still dotted with people here and there, the foot traffic has started to lighten up. When I look back at Yuri, I catch her looking at me, her eyes filled with curiosity. Once she realizes that she's been caught staring, she sheepishly turns red in an admission of guilt. Also, don't tell me about your taco, man, because now I'm hungry. I want food now. We should get a good stopping point after this. I'm sorry, Sefchi. I didn't mean to... Relax, it's nothing to apologize for. Embarrassed, she glances away from me. Somehow, I get the feeling that she wants to say something, but is too shy to say it. As I muse over Yuri's thoughts, I pop another piece of brownie in my mouth. How's the cake, Yuri? Oh, it's a bit sweet, but very light. I'm assuming you're enjoying your brownie, judging by the smile on your face. She covers her mouth with her hand as she giggles. Okay, you caught me. The brownie's really good. I see. I shiver as I take a sip of my oolong tea. Man, the sweetness of the brownie really makes the tea that much more bitter. Maybe I shouldn't have ordered it. Yuri sneaks several more looks at me as I continue eating. Does she want to say something? Does she want something? What's up?
Nothing.
But as she says that, I notice that she's not looking at me exactly. Rather, she's looking at my brownie. Oh. Do you want to try some of my brownie?
It's okay.
Once again, she blushes as she speaks. It's really pretty cute how flustered she can get. Come on, I insist. Before she can protest, I steal her fork and spear a piece of my brownie through it. Here you go. Make sure you eat it while it's still warm.
Thank you, Sefchi. You really didn't have to.
Hey, sharing is caring, right? That's a channel in my Discord. Go join it. We never use it. I put things in there sometimes. Hey, sharing is caring, right? She giggles a bit as she hesitantly nibbles on the brownie chunk. Man, her eyes are really lighting up. Honestly, I didn't really expect Yuri to have a sweet tooth. Some random guy said Takeshi Hiroshi was Garbo, and I agreed. I don't know what that shit is. Oh, dude. I had such high hopes for that game when I saw it in the Nintendo Direct. And then we played it on stream, and it was going so well. And then we got to the ending. The ending's the most disappointing thing ever. And by the way, the guy complaining about Takeshi and Hiroshi in the Discord, that would be me. And I felt very validated by my opinion when Ray came back later and was like, hey, so I just watched the ending of that VOD, and yeah, I totally get what you mean. The ending sucks. I believe exactly what I said was, it's like filling up a really large water balloon, right? And it takes like a really long time to do it because it's so big. And the whole time, you're just getting more and more excited about throwing this water balloon off the 2-story building you're standing on. And then all of a sudden, your dad comes up and is like, okay, shut it down. You're not doing that. No. And then he plucks the water balloon out of the spout and starts deflating the balloon. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, it's bad enough that all that buildup is now going to waste, right? But now, in addition to that, your dad sends you back home. Or he sends you back downstairs off the roof. And he's like, go away. You're done. Go back in your room. So not only do you not get to throw the water balloon off the side of the roof, you don't even get the satisfaction of watching the balloon deflate. It just rips everything away from you. It's just like a stupid ending. What happened at the end? It's just the most whiplash ending ever. It just like ends. It's like, they just like slam the brakes on the entire plot at the end, and it just like falls flat on its face. It's just a ton of buildup to nothing. If you're really interested in it, just go look up the Takeshi Hiroshi VODs. There's like 2 of them. It's like 2 streams long. It did not take us long to finish that game. Anyway, man, her eyes are really lighting up. Honestly, I didn't really expect Ryu to have a sweet tooth. Pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's very sweet, but the inclusion of dark chocolate cuts through that sweetness a bit.
We continue enjoying the food and each other's company, slowly passing the day away. After a while, she smiles, tracing the rim of a teacup with a finger.
I've really enjoyed our time here today, Sefchi. This is a lovely little bakery as well. I'll have to revisit it on my own time.
Ha! Thank you. Thank Natsuki and Sayori for introducing me to this place.
Oh, you came here together with them?
I don't know what that means. I just don't want to spoil it. To be fair, like, it's like a mobile game that was ported to the Switch originally, but still. Like, it would take too long for me to explain, because there's like a lot of build-up in the story. It just has all this build-up that just never goes anywhere. It's like so much gets established. Anyway, I'm trying to... I'm sorry, but it seems like I'm blowing you off, man. I'm trying to finish this so I can go eat. I really need to eat food. We gotta wrap this up. I'm having a good time talking to everyone today, though. It's always nice to have these streams.
Oh, you came here together with them?
No, I just happened to see them eating here a while back.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, we should definitely come back here again sometime. Yes, that'd be nice. I don't know what that means. With our food finished, we get up and throw away our trash. Hey, you want to catch the bus? I think one should be coming around soon. That sounds like a good idea. We settle down on the bus stop's bench, sitting close together, but not too close. I nervously tap my fingers on my knee. Looks like I've run out of things to say. You can spoiler it. I'm not gonna watch it anyway, and I don't care about this. Just don't spoil anything else. Okay. So spoilers for a game that no one's gonna want to play. So you're Takeshi. You're a wannabe game designer who's not very good at designing games. In middle school, you have a little brother named Hiroshi who has asthma. One day, his asthma. You start making a game, and you show it to him, but the game is not finished. So Takeshi goes, okay, well, I guess I can just add enemies into the game as he goes along, and then I can be the game for him. And so that becomes the gameplay loop. You have to essentially place enemies in Hiroshi's path that almost kill him. You're making combat encounters that almost kill Hiroshi, but not actually without actually killing him. And the closer you get to killing him, the more thrilling the experience is. You can't make it too easy though, or else Hiroshi won't have a good time with it. Boku no Pico is getting a game on the PS5 in early January. I'll look into that later. I'm slowly turning into a games journalist, so I gotta try to keep up sometimes. Anyway, yeah, but Hiroshi, his asthma gets bad again. He ends up in the hospital. And the entire time, I'm thinking, like, okay, so it's gonna build up to a point where Hiroshi dies or something, and he's not gonna get to finish the game, because I love tragedy. But it doesn't get there. You know, Hiroshi doesn't end up dying at all. It's more about Takeshi growing as a person, because Takeshi's very antisocial. And he's also very egotistical too. So it's more about Takeshi figuring out that, you know, his little brother's working hard to finish his game, and he needs to work hard too to finish it, so that Hiroshi will have something to do. You know, so for Hiroshi, so that Hiroshi can get better. Because the only reason Hiroshi gets better is because, you know, Takeshi comes to the hospital every day and lets him play the game. And that's what's giving Hiroshi the push to, like, keep trying to get better. But what happens though is that at the very end, you know, Takeshi finally sucks it up and asks this new kid in class who is actually good at designing games for help with Mighty Warriors. And they end up working together at his place. And the girl who definitely has a crush on Takeshi joins them. And then they, on the last chapter of the game, end up being the game for Hiroshi together. And what happens is, the end of the game is just Hiroshi goes, "That was the best game ever!" And then everyone smiles. And then the game fucking ends. The credits appear, and it's just like, you've been building up towards something for so long, and the game just ends with nothing. That's like, that's the most worthless ending to any game I've ever played. Yeah, that's it. It's just like, game's sick, and then it ends. Because they also allude in the chapter before that Hiroshi's scared to go back to school, right? And I'm like, okay, so we have to at some point see him back at school or something, right? No, we never know if he actually makes it back to school. And it was just like, it sucks too, because the gameplay loop the game had, it was a creative idea for a game, right? And the gameplay loop was fun for me. It fed my gambling addiction, for sure. But like, the ending fell flat in its face, and it fell so flat that it just made me like, excuse me, it ruined everything else for me. You do all that shit for it. That game was awesome, bro. What the fuck? It's a waste of time. Yeah. I mean, the gameplay loop is fun. It's an interesting game for sure. And the art style is great. They went for like a claymation art style, which was like a legit, it's like legit claymation. And that was originally what drew me to the game in the first place. So I was like, wow, this game looks really pretty. It's just the story kind of killed it for me. But yeah, like, in terms of like gameplay, the game was an interesting concept. Okay, the art was really nice because I like the claymation aesthetic a lot. The only thing I can really say badly about the game is just that the story was just so bad that I'm like, don't play this game. Just look up a playthrough of it. Go look up my playthrough of it on YouTube. SFG101. Yeah, but don't play the game. Don't get the game for yourself. It's cheap. I got it really cheap. I bought it with gold points on my Switch. But it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm gonna mark this for later. Okay. I'll just say Doki Doki Dragon Ball Legends and Fighter Z. There you go. That's the spirit. Anyway, okay. Now, since we spent a lot of time on that just now, let's read back through history real quick so we can catch where we were. We settled down on the bus stop's bench, sitting close together, but not too close. I nervously tapped my fingers on my knee. Looks like I've run out of things to say. But surprisingly, Yuri saves the day by speaking up. Today has gone by much faster than I expected. It seems like only an hour ago that I left the house for the bookstore. You look hungry? I am very hungry. She shifts the books in her bag and smiles down at them. I guess that means it was pretty fun then. I suppose so. Peering down the road for a moment, I spot a glaring set of headlights slowly growing closer. Hey, looks like the bus is here. It stops with a low hiss, and I motion for Yuri to get on ahead of me. Fortunately, it doesn't look too crowded. There should be plenty of seats for us to sit together. Ah! Suddenly, Yuri stumbles on the steps leading to the bus, falling onto her hands and knees and causing her books to tumble out of her bag. I futilely reach out to grab her, but I'm not close enough to reach her in time. A few people peep around curiously to look for the source of the commotion. Yuri quickly stands, her face flushed. As she scrambles to shove the books back in her bag, I reach down to help her. Here, let me help. You okay, Yuri? I'm fine. With the last of books back in her bag, we finally enter the bus. Yuri speeds over to the first seat she sees and sits down, keeping her head down as if avoiding the stares from the other passengers. She adamantly continues to stare out the window as I slide in the seat after her. You sure you're alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Despite her words, I notice a wince breaking through her controlled expression. Yuri, let me see your hands. Why? Come on, just hear me for a moment. She reluctantly turns her hands over. They're red from the impacts, but don't look particularly hurt. Yuri personally is making this already kind of boring MC even more boring. I bet he doesn't even like anime anymore. Well, I would say MC was really boring in the original game, but they do a lot to make him more fleshed out in this one. And they can't make him too fleshed out because they want you to put yourself in his shoes, right? They want you to self-insert, which is why you have to have kind of a faceless protagonist with not too much personality. So I would say, in terms of like what they are trying to go for, they designed MC perfectly. And I don't think Yuri is boring because she has a lot of social anxiety, which I relate to heavily. So it's interesting for me to play this one at the very least. My words, I've been doing this for 2 hours. Okay, let's finish this up. Which means, did you scrape your knees? She's wearing black leggings as usual, so her knees are covered up, but that material isn't very thick. That'll bet. You want me to take a look at it? No! Her sudden outburst startles me a bit. She's gonna have cuts on her legs. Sorry, I just meant that it's fine. I'll just check it when I get home and bandage it as needed. Alright, if you're sure. Sorry. What for? She bites her lip and twists her bag's handle around in her hands. For making you worry. You've already done so much for me today, and... well, I just feel guilty. Self-insert uwu, I'd insert myself into Yuri. I see what you did there. I would have laughed at it, but my brain's dead from 2 hours of streaming. But honestly, even though I hate Yuri, I'd still smash. Hey, only smash what you like, sir. Women are not objects. Yuri, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Worrying is what friends do, right? And that goes for everything else that happened today, too. As your friend, I like helping you out when I can. I get it. Thank you, Sefchi. Of course. This has been so embarrassing. You've just had an unlucky day today, that's all. Try not to worry about it too much. Easier said than done. Yuri mutters this last statement to herself, probably intending for me to miss it. The conversation fades out after this, leaving us simply watching the scenery blow by outside. Although we're not talking, it just feels right. Just sitting here together, like this. After a while, though, I decide to break the silence. It's nice to physically be with Yuri, but I want to continue getting to know her better, too. By the way, it seems like exams are coming up, which they definitely are because you were talking about it in school before. It seems like we've been talking about them more and more lately. Sorry, my wrist is itchy for some reason. Sorry, we can talk about something else if you want. No, it's only natural that it'd come up in conversation. After all, we are students. Yeah, I think I've just been thinking about them more often because I think things will go well for me this time. Okay, Pokimane is my queen, and I gave her my whole life savings, and I can't live without a pic of her. Ah! It said every SIMP ever. I can't say it on Twitch anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I've just been thinking about them more because I already read that. What do you mean by that? Well, I guess you could say that I'm planning on cheating. Well, I guess you could say that I didn't like to think about them before. They're such a drag, you know? And I'd rather just distract myself than study. Sefchi. It's fine now, though. I've recently gotten a lot better at concentrating on studying and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that reading more has definitely played a role in that. Yuri tilts her head and smiles. Really? That's wonderful. I'm gonna deny that post, Blue, just because that word's banned on Twitch right now. So I prefer you didn't say it. Really? That's wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad you helped me get into reading. So, thank you for that. My heart rate bumps up a bit as Yuri smiles widely at me. A second later, she seems to catch herself and puts on a more demure expression. I mean, I'm just glad that you're enjoying literature now. She starts playing with her hair, seemingly distracting herself from her own thoughts and feelings. Yeah, I don't hate on her. I try to stay neutral when I can. But I'm surprised that you couldn't concentrate before this. Huh? I meant... never mind. What is it? Well, you seem to be able to concentrate on video games and manga just fine. Sorry for being so blunt. You're fine. I'll have to admit that's true. But it doesn't count! Concentrating on hobbies is totally different from doing something you dislike. Well, that is true. Speaking of video games and manga, I should probably spend some more time studying. Of course, we'll still hang out in the literature club, but... Yuri suddenly sits up, her posture much stiffer than it happened just a second ago. Sorry, but did I do something wrong? What? I don't really... I'm sorry, Sefchi, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just did it again! I'm sorry. You're totally fine, and you didn't do anything wrong either, so don't apologize for anything. I'm not sure why you think you did, though. But you just said you didn't want to spend any time together outside the club anymore. I sigh quietly. Oh, my bad. I forgot it's banned sometimes. Twitch and Twitter are a bunch of SIMP. This is true. I just meant that we should probably start studying more since exams are coming up. I'll let that one slide, but please don't. Because I could actually get in trouble on Twitch, and possibly even on YouTube after the VOD goes up as well. I still definitely want to hang out at school, and after exams are over, I want to do a lot of stuff with you. But I just might not be able to hang out as often until then. So, you see? Everything's alright. Well, except for the part about taking exams. I see. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. Please, don't apologize. It's alright. What matters is that we're all good now, right? I suppose so. I'm just not used to people being nice to me. Or to people actually wanting to be around me. That was so embarrassing to say. She looks out the window at the darkening sky, although I can still see her crimson cheeks reflected in the glass. Yuri. I'm not quite sure of what to say, but I definitely know that I feel a crushing wave of sympathy for her. I don't know everything about what you've been through, but I do know that I want to be there for you. So you better get used to people being nice to you. The violet-haired girl turns toward me a bit, allowing a small smile to peek out at me. Thank you. As we approach Yuri's stop, we sit in silence again for a bit. Sefchi? Mm-hmm. Are you okay? She looks up at me with a deep sadness in her soft eyes. Can you promise me something? Of course, what is it? No matter what happens, will you keep being my friend? Without a doubt, Yuri. There's no question about it. A smile breaks through her somber expression as her eyes glisten under the bus's fluorescent lights. Okay. Also, about the topic we were discussing earlier. Well, why don't we study together? That's actually a really good idea. You can come over to my house after school and we can study together. Well, I don't know how much help I can be to you, but I'd certainly benefit from your help. Yuri nods and opens her mouth to speak, but pauses when she realizes that the bus is at her stop. Looks like I'm getting off here then. I'll message you about the details later. I get up to let her through. Once in the aisle, she steps towards the exit, but then stops to turn back to me. Goodbye, Sefchi. I hope you have a pleasant evening. See you at school. She smiles and then disappears into the darkness outside. Nah, dude, you're good. I am the type of person who has the Freudian slips all the damn time. So when it happens with other people, I usually just like, it's fine. As long as it's not like repeat behavior. That's what I care about. You understand that you screwed up, and that's what's important. As long as people learn from mistakes, I'm fine with people making them. Because I would want people to extend that same courtesy to me. She smiles and then disappears into the darkness outside. It's lagging a bit. Well, that's totally okay, because we are stopping right here. Not you, me. Oh, gotcha. Thank God. Alright, that's the stream for today, guys. I'm going to try to wrap this up really fast, because I am starving. But we had quite a few more people here than we did the last two. So thank you to everyone who showed up and hang out. Thank you to everyone who was just kind of like in the background as well. Real quick, I'll say tomorrow, this is the part where we're gonna take a break from Blue Skies, so that it's like I will, I'm fine, don't worry. This is not my first rodeo, Chief. This is the part where we take a break from Blue Skies. I like doing them in sets of 3, so that I have time to like get the VODs up, and then people who are behind can like have a grace period to try to catch up. So make sure you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, so that you'll know when that VOD comes up, and then you will be able to get all caught up. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be playing Cuphead. I'm on the Devil. I should hopefully be finishing Cuphead tomorrow. But I was having a pretty rough time with the Devil. I got close a few times, but if it's anything like the other bosses I've been stuck on during this playthrough, then tomorrow will probably be the end. For all I know, I could beat the devil immediately and then be like, well, fuck, now I don't know what to do. But that'll be happening tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then the rest of the schedule is on the Discord if you want to go check that out. I got 69 subs on my YouTube. That's more than I got, and also that's hilarious. I hope it stays at 69. Or if it does change, I hope it gets bigger. Someday you'll end up with 69 subs, and it'll be a great day. But yeah, anyway, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stuff101, join the Discord and the link in the chat right there, and follow my Twitch, and hit that bell so you know when I'm going live, alright? Cool? Cool. Yeah, let me read off some events, we'll find someone to host, and then we'll move on with life, so I can get food. Abialto12 and Carlix99, thank you both for hosting. I appreciate it. And Ghost780, aka Ghost. What did he say he wanted to be called earlier? Just call me Ghost. Simon Ghost Riley. That is a dope-ass name. Why does Streamlab keep telling me to join Discord? Because I keep typing Discord in the chat to get you to join the Discord. Because I primarily communicate with people through Discord. I'm not much of a Twitter guy. And also the Discord is where I post on my schedules and stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I am starving, so let's quickly find a man or woman to send you guys to. Let's see if anyone's playing Doki Doki Literature Club right now. I'm hesitant to host random strangers, but I'll do it today. Let me mute my headphone audio so that, just in case there's any like weird music playing. Okay, this is good enough for me. All right, I'm gonna send you this Kaiducks person, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Again, I appreciate it. Crazy that I have any viewers whatsoever. Twitter sucks ass. Yeah, kinda. It's not my favorite tool. I literally only use Twitter because as a streamer, I feel obligated to. All right, I'm out of here. I'm eating food now. Thank you all once again for like the 15th time. I never know how to say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12.
Later!